Nah, he wasn't trying to do that, hon. He was more testing her strength there. Considering he could have literally murdered Rex right there if he wanted to. He just wanted to test the characters. One of those characters that first seems like an enemy, but then it's like, hey, surprise, it's an ally.
And arrived.
This game has a couple of those. Yeah, I know, right, Carvia?
Hell of a story. So you headed to the World Tree to reach Elysium, but got swallowed up whole instead. You got some crazy luck.
So, what were you doing back there then?
You know this Titan? It ain't too fussy about what it eats. I went down there to see if anything we might need in the village washed up. But mostly I only found your sorry mushes.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Here we are. Welcome to Garfont. Ain't much but its home.
The village has a lot of children.
Lots of drivers and blades here, too.
We're in the business of dispatching drivers and blades all across the world. Most of the kids are war orphans. Took them in while on the job.
So you're saying that you take them under your wing?
Just till they're able to make it by themselves.
Some of them might grow up to be drivers, like ourselves. But then others might become tailors.
Doesn't matter what they want to do with their lives. We leave it up to them to decide.
Aye, us justice busters just want to help.
Good eggs, huh?
You said it. I've been called worse. Come on, let's eat. All this egg talk's making me hungry.
I was typing something out, but then the cutscene ended. I was just about to add on to that conversation there that, yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles is really good at, like, the way it introduces characters. Definitely. Yeah, it ended the cutscene for us to just walk over here and, like, talk. Hey, look who's here. Food's on the table. Don't you worry about the cost. Eat as much as you like.
I'm going to get some water. Van Dam?
Cheers, love. Give me a beer.
Beer? Coming right up.
What's up? The grub don't suit you?
So, do you fight in wars too, Van Dam?
You got a problem with mercenaries?
Are you trying to get us to join up?
Ha! Shrimps like you? We're not that desperate. Relax.
Okay. Good to know.
Rex. You're a salvager, ain't you?
Yeah.
You must have fished out your share of military supplies, right? You fine with that?
Nah, I don't want to get involved with it.
It's all the same. Compasses, valves for ether stoves. Armies need all these things. That bread you're eating, it's made from Ruska flour, supplied by the Ardainian government. This world's full of war. Don't matter if you're a soldier or not. As long as you're alive, you're in the war, some way or another. Don't you think? Life can be cruel. Crueler than you know. That's why I set up this little band, so I could protect the people I care about. Rex, you're the driver of the Aegis. The whole world's gonna try and scalp you. You realize that? How are you gonna live when you've got everyone gunning for you? It'd be easy to run. All you need to do is ditch that girl. Come on. Gotta get ready.
What? Where are we going?
Just follow me, kid.
Vandam gives a very interesting speech during that cutscene. Like, with Rex talking about how he doesn't want to be involved in the war by salvaging, like, weapons, stuff like that. And how Vandam explains that, like, just by being around, you're part of the war one way or another. Like, it's a very interesting talk he gives there. He said to follow him, but I'm not seeing him anywhere. He's an annoying old guy. Where do you think Vandam went? Guess we just explore the village and hope we run into him? Good idea. It's always best to get the lay of the land when you arrive in a new place. Besides, didn't he say we should get ready for something? He's not exactly big on explaining himself, is he? There's quite a few shops around here, so let's stock up on anything we need while we look for him. Yeah, like, how about how about we get core chips? Because I definitely don't have broken versions of those. Yeah, exactly, Nevermore. Things are going well today. Hello, hello. A persuasive badass, exactly, that's Vandam there. He's very wise.
Wow,
Oh, I guess I just have to talk to him. I was getting ready to press my hotkeys to, yeah. Oh, I was getting ready to press my hotkeys again to turn off the camera, but... You sure know how to keep a guy waiting, rookies. That ain't Falco. Very sorry for wait. His fault of Vandam for rushing off ahead. Sorry about that. Guess you've already seen him when we fought earlier, but let's introduce ourselves properly, shall we? I'm Rock, Vandam's blade. That ain't Falco. That ain't Falco. Pleasure to meet you all. Like, I'm trying to remember like a Rivali quote from Breath of the Wild, but I don't really like Breath of the Wild a whole lot, so I wouldn't remember. But I would quote him if I could. Pleasure's all ours. Notice you used an unusual style of weapon? Yeah, they're called dual scythes. Even around here, I never met anyone but Vandam who can use them. Wow, Pig Man, very amazing. Don't flatter him too much, he'll let it go to his head. Vandam only have one blade then? Yeah, pretty much. I know most drivers have a few, so they can change up their strategies in battle. But me, Rock's all I've ever needed. Pig Man really is amazing. Huh. Sounds to me like you just can't be bothered to think up more than one strategy, eh, old man? Well, now that we all know about each other, I can't say words. Let's get down to business. He dodged the question. Expert dodge, to be sure.
We just got a job to go check out some kind of crazy energy effect. Somewhere up around the blowhole. What do you say? Fancy being a mercenary for a day?
Okay. But, I mean, we don't work for free.
Don't worry, kid. You'll get paid.
Party formation has changed. So, I mean, if we want to, as our tank, we could always, like, do that. Wait, can I put him into slot 1? I can. I apparently can put him into slot 1. Look at that. I've never put him into slot 1 before. So apparently I can try a Rock and Vandam then if I'd like. Wait, so who's in my party right now? Nia, Rex, and Vandam. Gotcha. Gotcha, man.
Let me see.
Let's yoink the thing. Yeah, so now we can... Oi! Fine, I guess we're fighting you now. Ow, that's rude, isn't it? That's mucho rude, huh? Boop. Boopity boppity.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, Vandam's definitely a lot higher level than my other party members, considering, like, my other party members are kind of under-leveled, like, purposefully, considering their damage output is crazy. Yeah, I can't exactly switch with Vandam, though, since he only has Rock, but yeah. Boop the snoot, I would if I could. I'd boop the snoot if I could, man. I totally would. Oh, it looks like we can do a level 3 combo with Rex. Oh, never mind. He went down before then. So never mind. Oh, we got a freaking thing on a Brona. Gross. Gross, man.
Can't wait to give this a try.
Oh, no. Let's cut off that line, please. What's this? What's this thing that's hidden? I forget. Oh, actually, I remember what it is. We unlock it after chapter 3. I remember now. I forgot for a second. I forgot it. Whoa, it's a super windy spot. Hello, super windy spot.
An ether miasma. Take it this is your first one.
Ether miasma?
It's a load of poisonous waste products spewed from the Titan's guts. You know, when you get gassy? Kinda like that.
Is there a way through this thing? I can't see any way around it.
Hey, no fear. Rock, mate! You're up!
Miasma's died down.
Yep, nothing to it. Let's roll.
Alright, then. Okay, maybe I should actually fix my party here. You know, can I... There we go, change order. Your asthma's died down, Karya. Oh, man. If we have trouble with some of the enemies ahead, I could always go to an inn and, like, level up for free to whatever level I want. But hopefully we shouldn't have to.
Decent place for a camp, maybe.
I guess...
This would make a good nesting place.
I guess Vandom will be our tank for a little while. Placing Tora for now is what we'll do, but I'd like to play as Rex so that I actually get to, like, switch blades and stuff like that. Since you can't awaken blades on Vandom, because he's stubborn and only wants to stick with rock. But yeah, the Araya music is... Oi, let me go past the rock! Rude game. Very rude indeed, let me tell you. Really very rude. Alright, there should be a battle here.
An Arden. Just what we need. Rex, any good with that anchor?
Yeah, I get by.
Hand that here. Now watch.
Awesome. I never thought of using it that way.
The trick is to pull it taut at just the right moment. Now you try.
Yeah, how did the wire wrap like that? Nevermore? Good question. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, does it? But anyway, what that just unlocked, which we technically had unlocked before, is the ability to topple like this with Anchor Shot. Pull them down to the ground. So, because it's a New Game Plus, I've already been able to do that throughout this chapter. But normally through the story, this is where you unlock that ability there. Like before, Anchor Shot would just do damage and like make an HP potion appear on the ground. But now we can actually topple enemies with it. So, toppling is kind of just like in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, where if you use an art that inflicts break on the enemy, then... Dang, I did it again! No! I swear I'm pressing to the right.
You got it after seeing it once. Not bad, kid.
Hey.
Listen up, kid. Drivers use arts, but that doesn't just mean using the powers your blade gives you. There are arts that use your own strength or take advantage of your enemies. There are all sorts. A driver's job is to be smart with his arts and protect his blade.
Protect my blade?
Yeah. It's a two-way thing, kid. You gotta be aware of the power coming out of her. Don't waste it. Channel it through your arts and protect her. If you can do that, then you're a true driver, kid.
A true driver? I don't know. Am I ready?
Course you are. That thing from before. Took me 5 years to learn that.
5 years?
Yeah, but you saw it once, and then you aced it like it was nothing. And you got Nia and Tora in tow. Those guys are pretty handy. Kid, you got a bright future.
I think I'm gonna spew.
Biggie Pon has scary face, but he very nice.
Suss me out, Furry Pon.
I keep trying to press to the left and I keep pressing up by accident according to the game on the D-pad. So instead of switching blades like I mean to, instead I'm using an ability that I'm not supposed to have yet, that I'm trying not to spoil, that I have the ability to do. Freaking okay, more editing to do later. I hate making more editing for myself. I usually don't have to do much editing in these videos, but now I do. Freaking oh my goodness, man. Anyway, in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, when you use an art that inflicts break, like Shulk, it'd be like Stream Edge or Slit Edge or whatever. No. Yeah, one of the two or something like that. Is that what they're called? Something like that. One is called Stream Edge. What is the other one called? I don't remember. But one of those ones that inflicts break, then a party member like Dunban can use like Steel Strike to topple. And this game has the same sort of thing, where if break, which you can see break is inflicted at the top there, now I can inflict topple if I get anchor shot up, like now. There we go, topple, just like that. So, in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, it would only show the topple symbol. In this game, it actually has a countdown there, so you know exactly how long the enemy will be toppled. So that is such a nice quality of life thing there. Like, it is so good that they added that. It's like, I know exactly how long the break is gonna last. And when I topple, there's a little bar that goes down for topple, so I know exactly how long they're gonna be toppled. Whereas in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, it just shows the symbol, and it's like, oh, how long is it gonna last? Who knows? But in this game, unlike Xenoblade Chronicles 1, there are some more states that you can do after topple. Well, I guess there is in Xenoblade 1 as well. In Xenoblade 1, you can do break to topple to daze, which is just another state on top of topple, which basically just has them be toppled longer because they're stunned. And in this game, you can do break to topple to launch, where you launch them up in the air, to smash, where somebody brings them back down to the ground and inflicts a lot of damage if you do that entire string. So, there's technically 3 parts to that combo in Xenoblade 1, break, topple, daze. But in this game, there's break, topple, launch, smash.
Go on, praise us some more.
So yeah, man. There's that. Let's make it here.
Decent place for it. Like I thought.
A Titan? So that weird power effect they clocked. Maybe this is the cause.
Yeah, sure looks like it.
I'll hazard it wasn't death by old age, either. Might have been an accident. On the other hand, it might have been attacked.
Hey, look. Seems like this Titan dying off has stirred up something else.
So, the people in this world aren't the only ones that can become drivers. So, this massive spider dude, just like the one that we fought in Tephra Cave in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 earlier in this 1-2 Torna playthrough, also has a blade, which is this dude over here. He must have stumbled down to this core crystal at some point and like tapped it, and all of a sudden this like spider monster has this blade here who's like giving it its power. So they can be blades too. So, you know, Alien vs. Predator must have been filmed here. Sounds about right. Sounds about right indeed. Man, oh man. Let's go ahead and do this with a Brona who we don't actually canonically have. Like, canonically, we don't have that blade, but from a New Game Plus standpoint, we have that blade. Let's go ahead and topple. Boopity boppity. And then, oh my goodness, Nia just went down because we're under leveled. Like, we do a lot of damage, but that doesn't change the fact that we don't have a lot of health because I made us under leveled. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, these boss battles are still mostly a joke, despite the fact that we're like the ultimate glass cannon out of any game ever.
The blade returned to its core.
So that monster was in resonance with the blade.
Tora cannot resonate. Stinky monster can resonate. Not fair.
But Master Pawn have Poppy.
Oh, Poppy, yeah.
If a blade loses its driver, it winds up like this.
So, is it like dead?
Nah. The crystal will start glowing again after a bit of time. Then a new driver can resonate with it. But
There's a but?
its memory will be totally zapped. It'll be reborn as a new blade. Won't remember a thing.
Yeah? That's pretty rough. To have all your past wiped out like that.
But memories can be painful as well. They can be a terrible burden. And a blade can live forever, as long as the crystal exists. It's just as well. Eternity is a long time to collect bad memories.
Pyra.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking, sometimes being able to forget is a blessing.
Come on. Let's get finished up here.
That's...
A core crystal!
What?
Well, that's where they come from. Out of Titans. This one's brand new and ready to resonate. Like a big steak, right before you take that first bite. It'll probably end up buddying up with a bunch of drivers. Every time the driver dies, it'll forget everything and return to its core. Eventually, it'll resonate with a new driver. Drivers dying, Titans dying. The blade just keeps on living through it all. It's a never-ending cycle, an eternal history. As mortals, we'll never be able to understand.
It's incredible. But Pyra already had a body when we found her. Could her old driver still be alive somewhere? Perhaps